What will happen to this weight if...
Oh no, you have something else blocking the door. Hi, I'm coming in now.
It's pretty effective. This is garbage simulation. What even is this?
This isn't even allowing the deadbolt to fire outward.
Yeah.
Even if it did, though, the idea is you say, okay, well, I kind of jam this in here, and now this is preventing anyone from coming in. So you could see if somebody were to come in, well, it blocks the door, as is seen in many little cheap advertisements. You're blocking it with nothing. So I want you to install this, and I'm gonna go on the outside of the door for a second. All right. You can put it over either one, it's not gonna matter.
All right, there it is. Okay, so that's latched on there. There we go. All right, it seems like you're not gonna be able to open it.
Now, I've turned the handle. However, oh no, you have something else blocking the door. Hi, I'm coming in now. The door. Hi, I'm coming in now.
It's pretty effective. This is garbage simulation. What even is...
The A-10 firing 50 rounds in less than a second, and it's not ejecting the empty shells because of a simple reason that nobody thinks of. Casings of the fired rounds are cycled back into its ammo drum and collected within the housing, which are only removed while reloading the gun using its belt system. But why are the casings not ejected? No, it's not because the casings could interfere the critical components of the jet, such as the engine. It's because the gun is firing these wine bottle-sized ammo, which are weighing 1.5 pounds, and the casing itself weighs half a pound. So, if the casings are ejected, which could negatively affect the jet's center of gravity, and with the A-10 firing 50 rounds in less than a second, and it's not ejecting the empty shells because of a simple reason that...
Why can't you simply pull a tick out? If you just yank it, you are making a huge mistake. It doesn't just bite. First, it uses 2 telescoping rods to saw through your skin layers. Before digging deeper, it spits saliva containing an anesthetic. This is why you never feel the bite happening. Then, it inserts the hypostom. It looks like a chainsaw covered in sharp, backward-facing barbs. These barbs act like a harpoon. The harder you pull, the deeper they dig into your flesh. To make matters worse, many ticks secrete a special cement that glues them to you permanently while they feed. So when you pull the body, the head rips off and stays locked inside, causing severe infection. After feeding, it drops off to lay thousands of eggs. If you see a red ring, seek medical help. Why can't you simply pull a tick out? If you just yank it, you are making a huge mistake. It doesn't just bite. First, it uses 2 telescoping rods to saw through your skin layers. Before digging deeper, it spits saliva containing an anesthetic. This is why you never feel the bite happening. Then,
Hello, peeps. What's up, people? Got a couple people in here. Or did you run away already? Man, people are really being ignorant.
Clamping, crimping, occasional snipping.
Looks like you may be out of a job, Zoidberg.
Would you do the honors?
Stay off my turf! Well, better start cutting the nooses.
Oh, you know who could help with that? Francis!
Right now, I'm gonna cut your damn head off!
Drop the robot. I thought I told you. I do the cutting around here.
This ain't none of your business, Slick.
My name isn't Slick. It's Zoidberg.
Oh, yeah? Take this! Looks like an all-you-can-kill lobster fest.
That offer was for a limited time only. Seats is here.
I just cut that.
You do and I'll gut you like a fish.
Clamping, crimping, occasional snipping.
Looks like...
Commander, what's that on the wall? Three things cannot be long hidden.
Yep. I have no idea what movie that is.
The cloakers. He's rigged the cloakers. The gorge is exposed. Stray dog.
We have 2 minutes. Prepare for immediate takeoff.
I'm accessing. Self-correcting mechanism. It's constantly kicking in to make minute adjustments in the positronic brain.
Jordy, this is critical. How?
Okay, give me a second to think. There was an incompatible program running through Data's system, so the mechanism started searching for a way to keep him alive. The solution was a shutdown and a total wipe of all affected memory. We turn her off and effect a wipe of the Amato log, including every subsequent event since we downloaded it. I'll then be able to reload all the ship's programs from the protected archives in the main core.
Make it so.
I cannot deactivate the auto-destruct, but you will die with us.
Not, I think, today, Commander.
By dismissing charges or telling the jury to assume the missing evidence helped you. When they delete, you defeat. What if the state destroyed the very evidence that could save? That's called spoliation. Courts can punish prosecutors by dismissing charges or telling the jury to assume the missing evidence helped you. When they delete, you defeat. What if the state destroyed the very evidence that could save? That's called spoliation.
And finished. Due to your various and unusual proportions, no clothing will ever fit you.
Oh no, this won't do.
That's the only head we got.
Simply step into my 3D clothing scanner, encode them in a strand of RNA. You didn't need that hind leg anyway. We'll take your exact measurements, inject it into a giant Bolivian silkworm, and 6 weeks later, presto! We have a custom-fitted silk garment.
Thanks, but it's a little Soviet brutalist for me. I've never expected to love something so much that was excreted from a moth.
And finished. Due to your various and unusual proportions, no clothing will ever fit you.
You want to see my armadillo? Whoa. His name's Armadillo? Yeah. I've never seen an armadillo in person.
I know.
You know, 60 years ago, we had them over there. I'm gonna take a picture of you in these capricious tires.
Yeah! So these are called elephant doors. In your day, did elephants come through here?
Yeah, I was in the 101st Pachyderm Division.
Can I ask you a question? I mean, no disrespect. Do you have to poop?
Of course I have to poop.
Would you take a picture of us in the Humvee and make sure you're far enough back to get those mysterious moving tires in the shot?
Why are you doing that?
Let's do this.
God, they are gonna get in so much trouble. Wait.
No!
Should we check in there?
All right, fellas. Let's go.
Who's this beer for? Ow! His hands are mostly bone.
Sit your asses down. We're not going anywhere.
Do it, Pete. Don't make him skeleton spank you.
And it's hi, hi, hey, the army's on its way.
Hey, buddy, hold up.
Where do they keep the keys for these things?
Humvees don't use keys. They have a switch.
In Korea, we drove Jeeps. Because in Korea, we didn't need cushy seats.
I'm sorry, did you say you were in Korea?
Austrian psychologist conducted an experiment in which he flipped his vision using prism goggles for a consecutive 124 days. The goggles were worn continuously during all daily activities, while the rest of the room still remained in V-down slope with stable coordination, which allowed for regular movement to return. What this shows is simple. The brain doesn't build a true picture of reality, it builds a usable one. Austrian psychologist conducted an experiment only for sleep and basic hygiene. In the first days, he can walk properly, and actions like grabbing an object or pouring liquid were pretty much impossible to him. During weeks 2 to 6, an unexpected observation occurred. When Kohler touched an object and actively manipulated it, that object appeared visually upright, while the rest of the room still remained inverted. By months 2 to 4, the inverted images stopped causing discomfort, and he was once again able to navigate complex environments, ride a bicycle, and even ski down slope with stable coordination, which allowed for regular movement to return. What this shows is simple. The brain doesn't build a true picture of reality, it builds a usable one. Austrian psychologist conducted an experiment in which he flipped his vision using prism goggles.
You idiot! Do you realize what you've done? You crashed an unlicensed vehicle into a suburban area. Your orders were to keep this covert. Have you completely lost your mind? You're useless to me. If the
Mama, they're going at it like 2 packs of gum.
Give us a little privacy.
Do those people in the casserole know they're in a simulation, or do they think that they're real?
Of course they think they're real. To them, the rules of my software are just their laws of physics.
But we think we're real. Couldn't our universe also be a simulation?
Oh, absolutely not.
How can you be so sure?
Because it's computationally impossible. For example, every atom in the universe is affected whenever one little thing moves.
Like my ass?
Oh, yeah. That's a perfect example, Bender. been some pretty decent twerking. My software can't possibly compute the gravitational changes between Bender's ass and every other particle, so I had to have the information travel outward gradually at a fixed speed.
Like the speed of light in our universe?
Right. Interesting. I guess what I'm trying to say is, our universe is probably also a simulation. New evidence was presented and I changed my mind. I'm a scientist, not a idiot politician.
Mama, they're going at it like 2 packs of gum.
Give us a little privacy.
Do those people in the casserole know they're in a simulation?
Where's my family?
Dead. All of them.
Oh my God. Where am I? What happened? Oof. Coma breath. Coma? How long was I out? What year is this? It's whatever year Quentin Tarantino used to watch television. Well, can I go home? Well, you're not really ready, but if it's for revenge, you can stab me with this scalpel and then run out. Thanks. Oh, that was unnecessary, but cool. So awesome. Ah, so close. No, this is better.
Pizza Speedway, I need 50 subscribers. My mom, an elderly South Asian woman with a gentle smile, is homeless. Pizza Speed...
Wow, enoki mushrooms. Seriously?
Huh? Well then, get out!
Is this how you guys work? So sloppy.
Why is it that every time I eat enoki mushrooms, they just won't digest?
Wow, enoki mushrooms. Seriously? Still undigested?
kill me? That's what you want? You want to kill me? You want to kill me on the street? You're gonna have to fucking kill me!
St. Nicholas, where Ice Agents have this. It's like Call of Duty. So cool, huh? Take your shot. They kick it. Take your shot. Load up. Load up. It just blows that way. Fucking idiot. Look at that. It's doing nothing.
South, 1-5, how copy? Yes, copy.
You can't. Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right, you don't need to push me. All right, stay back. All right, hey, stay back. Move. You don't need to push me, okay? And then everything got fucking clothes on my camera. You alright? I was standing here. You alright? You just stood in behind, so relax. Fuck you! Stop! Look out! Damn! I'm fine, I'm breathing. I think I'll need it, but we'll try it. You're good. We'll just grab somebody over there, huh? Yo, where did you get these masks? Oh?
Neuro safety is the vendor.
Neuro safety? Okay. This shit take nothing. Border Patrol. Look at Border Patrol. Oh, this one? I think it's actually Border Patrol. I can ask her. How do you not fucking see you executed? When you learned about Nazis, that's you now. Every fucking night you put your head down and up. That is you now. Fucking disgrace to law enforcement. Fucking disgrace. You are ready to blow. Ready to blow. Get the fuck out of our... die? You wanna kill me on the street? You're gonna have to fucking kill me!
Can someone lead me? I'm sprayed in the... Can someone lead me? I'm sprayed in the face. Thank you.
How's my Gray? My good boy Gray. Okay. I got Cat. Certainly do.
Succession. The ground spin and ignition systems come up to flight pressure, and ship switches to internal power. After that, the quick disconnect arm lockout is removed in preparation for retraction shortly after T0. Now once we pass T-minus 40 seconds, if any problems come up, we do still have the ability to recycle the count under certain conditions back to T-minus 40 seconds and hold there to assess what happened and then see if we can proceed again to liftoff.
Yep, however, once the water for the deflector system begins flowing at T-minus 10 seconds, any issue after that would be an automatic scrub for the day, as teams would need to refill the deflector's water tanks as well as the propellant storage tanks at the tank farm before making another attempt.
All right, we are coming up on 3 minutes away from launch. You can see the frost line all the way up. We've just closed out prop load onto the ship. Booster coming up shortly. Yeah, in about 10 seconds we'll finish loading prop on the booster, and then again we'll have about 11 million pounds of that liquid oxygen, liquid methane on board the vehicles. Not currently tracking a reason to hold at T-minus 40. It can pop up at the last moment or after we pass that gate. We can always hang out there for a couple of minutes if we need to. We do have some extra time. We're not constantly topping off the propellant in these vehicles, so we have about a 7-8 minute window where we can wait for any final issues to clear. We're not currently tracking a reason to hold there. Again, our range continues to be green as we look at sea and airspace both out over the Gulf and in our re-entry zone out in the Indian Ocean. All right, 2 minutes, 15 seconds to go. A lot of things on tap for Flight 11. Planned to be the last launch of this version of Starship and Super Heavy. Once again, we're really focused on getting ship over to re-entry. Once we get to that phase, we're going to dive in. There's a lot of exciting stuff that's going to be happening on our way back through and down to the ground, hopefully out in the Indian Ocean. Minute 45. Should hopefully be seeing... There's a quick wiggle check. Checking out the thrust vector control, the steering on the booster. We use those inner 13 engines. Doing their one final dance before the big show. And we'll do that one more time after we cross that T-minus 40 gate. Alright, range continues to be green. Still not tracking any issues on vehicle or pad. 1 minute to go. As a reminder, we can hold at T-minus 40.
Hey,
We're
Tommy.
not planning to.
NASA's blasting off. They're going into orbit. Come here, check it out. Less than a minute.
All right. We're through T-minus 40. Let's listen in. Flight Director Ty Huntington back in the seat. Take us through the final
Flight
seconds
directors, go
until
for launch. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff. Go Super Heavy. Go Starship. Thanks for all the historic flights, Pad 1.
Eagles pitching downrange. Booster Raptor chamber pressure nominal. Booster and ship nominal power and telemetry.
All right, we are about 45 seconds into flight. We're still getting the rattle here at Star Factory. We are seeing 33 out of 33 Raptor engines lit on Super Heavy as it arcs across the Gulf. Coming up next on Max Q.
Max
All right,
Q.
So at this point, we've passed through that period of maximum aerodynamic pressure. The next thing we're looking forward to is going to be hot staging. So we've got 33 out of 33 Raptors lit. Super Heavy makes its way uphill. Hot staging is going to be coming up in just a little over a minute. At that point, we're going to see all but 3 of those Raptor engines on Super Heavy shut down. Our version of Miko. Most engines cut off instead of main engine. And then after that, we're going to release the clamps that are currently holding Starship to that hot stage adapter. It's then going to ignite its 6 Raptor engines to push it away from Super Heavy and then start making its flight uphill. So in about 30 seconds, we're going to see the engines start to shut down on Super Heavy. You'll see them kind of shut off in separate banks until we've just got those 3 center engines that never stop running for this process, and then looking for 6 ship Raptors. All right. Miko coming up in about 10 seconds.
Ship ignition. Stage separation. Use backburn startup.
All right, successful hot staging maneuver. So we've got 12 of the 13 engines lit back up on boosters, so it's doing its boost back. Real excitingly though, we've got 6 out of 6 Raptors lit on ship there, so it's now going to continue to make its ascent into outer space. Meanwhile, this boost back is happening. We're using those 13 engines, so everything, well, 12 out of the 13, and then we go down to 3, and then we're going to shut down for the end of boost back. That's sending Super Heavy back towards its... All right, there's the end of the boost back burn. We should be seeing the hot stage. There. So the hot stage separates, it's going to make its way down, also splash down in the Gulf. In the meantime, though, these 6 ship Raptors are going to continue firing for about 5 more minutes. Next up for the booster, though, is going to be its landing burn. There's a cool tracking shot. We dumped some of the prop out on our way back in. All right, so for booster, this is one of the main things we're trying to get is going to be this landing burn. Oh, that's so you can see the hot stage kind of making its way towards the left side. So that's the bottom of the booster. It's about to pass right in front of where you can see some of that prop dump happening. They look like they're close together, but there's a good amount of distance between them, and the hot stage will go down and splash down in the Gulf while the booster comes back for its landing burn.
Starship is on nominal trajectory.
All right. Looking good on our trajectory, looking good on everything. Jake and Amanda, you guys with me down there?
Yeah, definitely. The crowd is gathering over here in the office. You can definitely feel the energy in here. Great to see that.
The shaking down here was absolute. And as we're starting to get into the denser part of the atmosphere, the booster is using 4 hypersonic grid fins to guide itself through atmospheric entry towards its landing site.
And we're just about 20 seconds away from landing burn start, where we'll first ignite the center 13 engines, then bring that down to 5 to slow down the booster for landing. And finally, that will come down to 3, and we'll cut all of them off while we're still about 200 meters in the air. So booster is gonna see a bit of a harder thing.
Booster landing, we'll start it.
saw a 13 to 5 to 3 V3 demonstration, and into the water we go. Wow, that was absolutely awesome. If you can even hear us right now, congrats to the whole SpaceX team. So far, so good for today. That was incredible.
All right, great stuff, guys. I'm jealous of the crowd. All right, back to ship. Ship's still making its way. We've got a little under 2 minutes left in this ascent burn, so we've got all 6 Raptor engines still firing. So the next major milestone we're going to be looking for is SECO. That's our second stage engine cutoff. That's should be coming right at about 8 minutes and 58 seconds into flight, so we've got about 1:20 still to go. Really cool to see Booster go through that landing burn. That was one of our really key demonstrations we wanted to try and do today. That's mimicking what we're going to be hopefully doing. Oh, we just got our sonic boom, sounds like, from the booster coming back. All right, less than a minute to go. So we are going to see the 3 RVACs, the vacuum optimized engines, shut down slow enough that we're not going to achieve full orbit. This puts us on a course where those engines shut off, and no matter what, we're coming back.
Starship is in terminal guidance.
In the Indian Ocean. All right, terminal guidance. So we should start seeing the shutdowns come up in just a couple seconds. Less than 30 seconds to go in this ship ascent burn. All right, RVACs have shut off. 3 more to go.
Ship engine cutoff.
All right, all ship Raptors have shut down.
Nominal orbit insertion.
You just heard nominal orbital insertion, so we are on the path that we wanted to be. So we've got a ship back in space, a whole lot planned for it, lots more still to come. Great seeing Super Heavy make its way to the water, but I'm excited to see what ship can do in space. How's everybody doing down there?
Yeah, if you could hear the crowd behind us this whole time, people are definitely happy with how the day's been panning out so far. Definitely exciting to see Starship safely in space, and super pumped to see all the team's hard work in action here today.
Yeah, and we guaranteed it at the start of the show, but it has been an awesome day so far. It's crazy. All this has happened in just 10 minutes. All the objectives were met on the booster, including that V3 style landing burn. So now all eyes are on the ship as we get ready for our in-space objectives. But we've got a few minutes until that next milestone, so sit tight, enjoy the views, enjoy the space jams. We'll be back at T plus 16 minutes for payload deploy.
Welcome back, everybody. If you're just now joining us, where the heck were you? But we are getting ready for payload deploy. That's going to start once we get the payload door open. That should be happening, or at least starting, within the next minute or so. It's been a really cool flight so far. Quick look inside the payload. We've got 8 Starlink simulators getting ready to make their way into outer space. But great flight so far. Booster able to make it all the way to its splashdown and landing burn experiment, so that was really exciting to see. We got ship on orbit, nominal orbital insertion, so right on the money with its trajectory. Now we're ready to start tackling a couple of in-space objectives. So next up, we are currently venting down the nose cone, essentially the payload area of Starship, as we get ready to open up this payload door. We were able to do this successfully for the very first time on our last flight, on Flight 10. Oop. Hal got ahead of me. Looks like he's opening up the payload. Alright, so payload doors open. Next up, gonna be to start deploying these Starlink simulators. They are roughly the same size as the V3 Starlink satellites that Starship's going to be carrying. That's going to add some pretty crazy capacity. We'll run through the numbers in a little bit. We were able to do this for the very first time ever on our last flight, and so this will be another test. We made a couple of tweaks to the rails for deploying this based off of what we saw last time, but excited to see these get out the door. Our next iteration of Starship's also going to have kind of a more powerful PEZ. It's going to deploy these at a little bit faster speed, but looking to see our next demonstration of this hopefully in the next couple of seconds. We should start seeing them move out the door. I mean, that view on your left, so you're basically, that would be if you were sitting at the very top of the nose cone looking down. So there's kind of a short stack. There's 4 on either side, so 8 total. When we start flying Starlinks, for their actual deploy missions, we're going to be carrying stacks of about 60. So much larger stack once we start flying these operationally, but still doing a little bit of a short just for this payload deployed today.
Looks like we got a little bit of movement there, Dan.
Coax it out. Get it moving, Jake.
There we go. All right, first one going out. All right, first one's deployed. Getting ready for the second one here. We do a little reset back to the center position.
Yeah, it takes about a minute for each one.
Looks real smooth too. They made a couple of tweaks to those rails. If you watched the last ones, it had a couple of bumps on the way out, but moving out super clean.
Worth repeating, Starship will deploy Starlink's more advanced V3
Been following Starship, you know, Starlink's kind of the MVP for these flight tests, where it's not only giving us the views we're seeing right now, but also just real-time data through every phase of flight. So we've got a couple dozen cameras on Starship. We've also got a bunch of cameras spread across the globe, including out in the Indian Ocean, where we've got our fun buoys floating. There goes another one. And I mean, we're using Starlink to bring all of this together. It's our drone shots you see here from our great team down here at Starbase, all connected. So Starlink not only giving us cool views off the planet, but also on the planet, help bring everybody along for all these Starship flights. I think that's number 4. Somebody check my math. Okay, we've got 4 Starlink terminals on the outside of Starship. He uses that to talk to the constellation, and through that we actually get about 120 megabits of bandwidth for our downlink. That's our real-time HD video, all of our telemetry. So it's not just kind of giving us these cool views inside, but it's giving all that engineering data in real time, including re-entry when normally a plasma layer builds up and blocks you out. Starlink, powerful enough of a frequency that we're able to kind of punch through that and still get that live view. All right, next one out the door. There we go.
All right, yeah, Starlink is the world's largest satellite constellation operating in low Earth orbit to deliver high-speed, low-latency broadband internet. This provides internet access to people around the world, many of who have never had connectivity before. Oh. Right, today Starlink serves more than 150 countries, territories, and other markets with over 7 million active customers and counting. To meet the global growing demand for high-speed internet, SpaceX expanded its factory over in Bastrop, Texas, which is just outside of Austin, and also introduced Starlink Mini, as well as an upgraded version of the Starlink Standard Kit.
Yeah, and one thing to note about the satellite deploy is that they will be following the same suborbital trajectory of the ship. So these dummy sats will not be going in orbit. We do expect them to burn up on re-entry.
Couple more to go. I promise one of these days we'll deploy in daylight, but we're basically trading deploy in the dark so we get those re-entry views for the daytime. Alright, I think we got one more to go.
Alright, now with payload deploy complete, Starship will now close its payload door and continue to coast around Earth to the Indian Ocean. We still have a ton of major events to come today, including Raptor Relight at about T plus 37 minutes. That will be followed by atmospheric reentry and splashdown. So with that, we're going to go on another quick coast.
Yeah, if you can hear us.
Alright, with that payload door closed, we're gonna sit tight, enjoy the views, and enjoy the space jams. Again, we'll be back in just a few minutes for Raptor Relight, and then head back for re-entry. Alright, welcome back everyone. If you're just joining us, you did miss some exciting stuff because Starship successfully deployed its second ever payload, 8 Starlink simulator satellites. And now we're expecting the relight of a single sea-level Raptor engine in space coming up here just after T plus 37 minutes. So about a minute left to go.
Yep, just a little while. I think we're tracking